Of culture, truth, and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives, we'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform, and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world. Dear viewer at home, many thanks to you for joining us on Aneke Television. Today is time for us, Anibogo. On today's edition on the arena, I don't know how much you know about the recent World Bank approval of the $300 million for IDPs in northern Nigeria. I want to look at issues and matters arising from these developments. And to help us do analysis of this matter is a regular on this show, the coordinator for good governance Southeast Nigeria and the public affairs analyst, Honorable Dr. Aneke. Doc, you're welcome to Aneke TV today again.
Good day, viewers.
Thank you very much. So let's sit back and listen. Let's understand. Is this the right path to take? What are the implications, especially economic implications? And then, which way forward for us? Dr. Wanze, I wouldn't know. This approval, you got news information about it? We'd like to have your reaction. Are you concerned? Are you worried? Is it a welcome development for you? Is it a bright step in the right direction, sir?
Well, there is two ways to every coin. It's a step in the right direction, but also it has its relative economic implications. Before this loan that was given to Nigeria by World Bank, Nigeria has been indebted to the World Bank.
And this is a loan, after all.
It's a loan, it's not a grant. And the essence of this loan, according to the World Bank, is to salvage the internally displaced persons. These displaced people or persons has been displaced as a result of insecurity that has reared its ugly head in Nigeria. You will agree with me that in the northeast, northwest, these are the epicenter of insecurity, where you have a lot of nomenclatures like, I call it Boko Harams, terrorists, and other agencies that makes human lives, uncomfortable. Down in the east here, you call them unknown gunmen. But these people, they have been displaced in millions. The statistics, according to World Bank, in Nigeria, we have about 7.3 million Nigerians that are displaced. But the people that are supposed to be the beneficiary of this current loan being given to Nigeria to take care of IDPs is 1.3 million Nigerians. But they are in the camp, the displaced camp. They are encamped in one place, being taken care of by the Nigerian government. But their hope is they resolve to arms. But what this loan that is given to them, this money is now going to make them to have what we call, they'll build infrastructure that are resilient, infrastructure that will accommodate more of the IDPs, and they will also make them to have what they call handiwork, to do something to survive on their own without over-reliance on what the government of Nigeria can give to them, without over-relying on arms, that is, trying to get help from government. They can now be on their own, learn in hard work, cash will be given to them, just like what happened during the military amnesty that was granted to the Niger Delta, that runs in DDR, disarmament, the other R is reintegrations, all these things. They were reintegrated, they were disarmed, and at the end of the day, some were sent abroad, give them a kind of training, some collected physical cash in order to be busy, because an idle man, of course, is a devil's workshop. So I believe that that is the positive aspect of this loan that was given to Nigeria by the World Bank. Now, if we go further...
Going further now, since it is a loan, up to the tune of $300 million, If we were to take it to the Nigerian currency, that's a whooping sum of money, I must tell you, Dr. Wanze.
Close to 460 billion.
Now, looking at Nigerians' debt profile, are we not supposed to be worried that we are still borrowing when we are not done with repayments? And each time we take this loan, Dr. Wanze, it comes with its own terms and conditions.
Even in Freetown, there is no free lunch. You will know that there's what they call debt burden. And if there is debt burden, Nigerians are on the I call it international statistics as being indebted not only to the World Bank, to Chinese government, and to Paris Club, to London clubs, depending on who is piloting the affairs of the state of the nation at a particular time. Now, why I'm worried personally, whatever I want to say is my personal opinion and not the opinion of Aneke Television.
No, go ahead.
Now, what I want to say is that there is a very big question mark over the loan, knowing how we have borrowed money in the past without paying. Now, this loan, if you ask me, if inept corruption that is envisaged in the polity of the Nigerian government is not elsewhere, the essence of borrowing the money may be diverted. The essence of borrowing this money for IDP may go in a long way to salvage personal gains and personal aggrandizement. Remember, there is no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, but permanent interest. It could be the interest of the political class or the gladiators using the name IDP to attract loan. So at the end of the day, they have placed Nigerian economy into economy of square one. Because you will agree with me that if in a country that does not have a relative degree of GDP, gross domestic product, the economy will always be economy that faces economic kwashiorkor. It will always be an economy that is dangling and not stable. It will always be an economy that cannot be used to measure international foreign index. Because if we go to production, we will be producing, and it has a way of, giving our economy, a kind of a befitting when you want to measure Nigerian economy. Remember dollar, Nigerian naira per dollar. It's because we are not in production. So I will use this medium to say that instead of over-reliant on economic loans, foreign, or whether World Bank, whether other government like Chinese government, it would have been possible, best possible, that Nigerian generates revenue internally and use it to salvage whatever this loan could have salvaged. It depends on who is involved. I believe that Nigerian, what they control internally, the source of revenue, IGR, internally generated revenue, is enough to take care of this IDP. Now, that is my own personal
view. That is your personal opinion. That's why you're here as a resource person on this show. The next thing is, well, we understand and appreciate the fact that it is not a crime to go borrowing. Everyone must borrow to become richer. It's either you're borrowing one form of resource or the other, borrowing money, or you're borrowing knowledge. So we must borrow to become richer. But the question is, what do you do with what you borrow? Now, we're not here to criticize, condemn, or antagonize the government, but the fact remains that what people in government today borrows, the future generation of Nigeria will pay. So it's not about who is in government today, it's about what you're going to do and leave behind for future generations coming. $300 million added to our debt profile already in existence. How can we ensure we utilize this money for the purpose, Dr. Wanze?
You have said it all, that borrowing is not a crime, but it becomes incriminating when the actual purpose of this money that are borrowed are not used. Sometimes my mentor says you are a product of what you expect, not what you expect. If we expect that this money is going to salvage the anomalies and the unfavorable conditions of IDPs in their camps, we will not get it right. The money will create a kind of an atmosphere or conduit pipe and diffuse without accomplishing the purpose of the money being borrowed. But I want to just say this,
Go ahead.
that the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who made purported attempts or efforts for the international World Bank to give us this loan to salvage IDP, should have a committee that will make sure that this money is actually going to the purpose. You know, when purpose is not defined, abuse is inevitable.
Certain, yes.
And if this purpose of the money is not defined very well, the actual managers, because this money cannot manage itself on itself, it must be managed by a man, by a manager who makes sure that the essence of the money is utilized to its maximum, you know, utility, not to its relative infinitesimal, but must be managed adequately. And with this, I say, it becomes criminality if the money is borrowed for a purpose, and that purpose, at the end of the day, we will not see how that money has been used for the purpose where that money has been borrowed. It has happened in Nigeria over times. I was just teaching my students about why is it that Nigerian politicians or political class will always travel outside this country for their health checkup and medical trips.
We call them medical tourism.
Yes, medical trips and whatever checkup. The simple reason is this, that some of the political class, I will not mention name, but if what I'm saying affects you, you know the truth. And when we know the truth sets us free. Some of them are legislators, some of them are governors. When they are giving this money to build the state-of-the-art hospital, they will bamboozle and embezzle the money. And when they have health challenges, they will have no other option than to seek to fly over for foreign countries like London. The former president died last month. We are in a London clinic. And we are told also that the president, the former head of state that handed over power to Olusegun Obasanjo, Abusalam Abubakar, was also in the same hospital in London. And I said, when they are in power as use that kind of equivalent hospitals that will make them to be flown outside the country. It's the pure truth. Some of them will go to as far as going to abroad for organ harvesting or transplanting. And before you know it, a lot of stories will be fabricated. If those transplants is in Nigeria, some of abroad by international, is it cosmopolitan police and other things, will not be there. Now, some of us are. Some of them will embezzle the money and send their children outside this country. The one that even have a great institute. How much they spend in going abroad for medical checkup. If we bring it here in Nigeria and launder it here, many people will be employed, of course. Fested more than the truth to call name. A patient, the mother is in the hospital, transfusion. And another doctor said, there is a medical terms. Type. You also screen about diseases and other things. If I carry off, you use my blood to salvage somebody, it's killing the person, of course. So there are so many things
being attended to medically in Nigeria, that he will have died long.
But another thing that can keep a man alive is what we're having here is welfare is buried. What we have having here is police state, where everything is. Why more people japa go abroad, not those medical doctors. ₦80,000.
May sell perfection, but real beauty is flawed, fierce, and free. It's in stretch marks and smile lines, in stories and scars. When you see someone who glows, it's not their skin.
On with us on the show, the arena on Aneke television. I told you we have Dr. Aneke Wanze with us in the studio. And we're looking at the World Bank approval of $300 million for IDPs in Nigeria, especially the northern Nigeria. And from the records, this money is strictly, specifically targeted at the IDPs in northeast Nigeria. These are Nigerians, and they become refugees in their own fatherland, but as a result, lives and property of the people, which is the primary responsibility of every government. And now we are borrowing money up to this sum to keep them in the IDP camps and not to take them back home to their fatherlands by giving them enough security. Couldn't this amount of money done better for us security-wise? Doc, what's your opinion?
In Nigerian states of the nation, environment and, do I call it, weaponry for our security outfit in Nigeria. You know, because sometimes when we talk of security in Nigeria and insecurity, it makes me feel ashamed of myself as my citizenship origin as a Nigerian. Because why? It does not mean that there is no crime over there, but in that place, it is not as what is obtainable in Nigeria. Where in the main road, in expressway, you will see army checking points, you pass police checking points, in between army checking point and police checking point, kidnappers will come out from the bush, kidnap their ransom, and go to the bush. And somebody will pay them ransom so that tomorrow or next, another person will become a victim. Now, what I now ask is, those bush that they fly into, as he hiding out, can't it be fished out by the Nigerian security detectives or the security personnel? There is an aircraft they call chopper that flies a helicopter that can go from the air distance like that to fish those people that are inside those bush. But sometimes you will be reporting that there is a kidnapping here. People will now say, where did they, before you know it, another people will be kidnapped. So the way we handle security apparatuses in Nigeria with kid gloves is making me feel angry. It makes me feel annoyed. It makes me feel ashamed that it becomes a recurring, it becomes some people's business. There is this thing that in social media, in TikTok, one Fulani woman was saying, now we eat very well now. My husband is making money now. The other one now said, what is he now? Is he now into kidnapping people? The other one said, shh.
Is that a comedy?
I said TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah, she said, my husband is not involved in kidnapping. The sister now said, shh. But what I'm saying is...
So it's become a business?
It become a business.
Insecurity has become a business.
Yeah, so this whooping amount of money in billions, when you convert it in billions, can buy a sufficient AK-47, can buy rifle, can purchase vehicles.
For our security personnel.
Security personnel, in order to handle this insecurity. Because this insecurity are being done by men that doesn't have a kind of legal instrumentality of coercion. But our security detectives that are in possession of legal instrumental of coercion, I don't know. And I have said in different media, both in radio and television, that if the government of the day doesn't know the strategy or the stratagems in controlling security network, they should employ me. Let me give them one or two strategies in order to beef Nigerian security, so that security and insecurity, or insecurity will not now become a thing of the past. It's because of the insecurity in Nigeria that I come up with a slogan. John C. Maxwell said that everything rises and falls in leadership. But Dr. Wanze says everything in Nigeria rises and falls in security. I said it before now, that Chris, if you are sure that if after this arena that you are not going home safe, you won't come at all. And me too, I will not be here. Because security is everybody's business. So because of their display, like you said, not because of natural disaster, but because of insecurity. What is about Camus saying? He said, and I quote, that the essence of governance is to procure and to provide for the people what they cannot provide for themselves, including security. It's the essence of government to make sure that there is enough security. And that is the reason why we have done a program here on decentralization of police outfit, or decentralization of government, so that every state will have their own state policing. Not just every state, even local government will have their own local government policing. Why vigilante still has sway in our community? Because what? Things without remedy should be without regard. But this one, it has a remedy. The remedy is to beef the security, where everybody will be armed to the teeth in order to repulse security challenges in Nigeria.
Because ordinarily we shouldn't be having IDPs,
Good.
IDP camps. And it's become a community of its own, kind of. Everywhere you go, IDP camps everywhere. And now we're borrowing to keep them, remain back in the IDP camps, rather than trying to take them back home. But again, I don't know. If we are saying we are borrowing $300 million for the IDPs, let's not even bother about which part of the country this money is actually going to go to, Northeast Nigeria. I know some other regions may be saying, what about our region? North Central is not safe. Benue, we know what is going on there. Even Taraba. Southeast as well. Well, we may not have a major crisis where we'll say there are people in the Southeast that are in IDP camps for now. I don't know if they're right, I don't know. But let's leave all of that apart. Dr. Wanze, the condition of these persons in the IDP camps, for instance, in Benue, after the attack, the massacre of the people from Yewata community, where we saw Nigerians, being killed in their hundreds. The president visited the state, Benue. But after that, we saw where the people in the IDP camps took to protest along major roads on the grounds that they were abandoned, that they were not feeding well, that their welfare has actually been forgotten. And they were demanding for better welfare condition for them in the IDP camps. So now, if you were to be assigned the responsibility of managing this money, $300 million for the IDP camps, what would you think would be the appropriate things to put in place to make sure that their condition in the IDP camps are better off?
There are so many things you could use that money for.
Let's have them.
Before I buttress, do you know, Chris, that there are some community in Southeast, in Anambra and Imo, that are worse than IDP camps? They don't do burials there. They don't do Iwanku there.
As a result
of insecurity.
Oh.
People, once they have an occasion, they come to the closest town. These things are appalling. It's not even good to be mentioned. Then coming to the discussion on ground, which is the money that has been mapped out for IDPs. Remember, a hungry man is an angry man. These people took to rampage on the streets. One, they are hungry. Two, their welfare, which is their stomach, is not being taken care of. And other things, they are still looking to government for funding and other things. Let me say this. Every network of infrastructural development coming from any government, whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, with the neglect of people's stomach infrastructure.
As proposed by
this one, I didn't know that Higher Fire said, but I am saying it from my own natural, whatever. It's a progression in error. You can't be building roads. You can't be building any infrastructure when the people that are supposed to be the user and the beneficiary of that infrastructure are dying of abject poverty. You have to work on human capital development first. It is this human being, when they are happy, will now enjoy the largesse of the infrastructural development. Now, if I am to manage that money, I'll make sure that their feeding is taken care of.
So that's
I'll make sure the feeding. I'll make sure that they have handwork. In staying at the camp, they can learn a trade. They can learn a handwork. Skills acquisition. I'll make sure that infrastructure that accommodates them are well taken care of. And first and foremost, I'll be making sure that that money can take care of the place where they are coming from, to send them back to their, after training them, after giving them training and a kind of changing their mindset. That's what we call rehabilitating their mind. Giving them sense of, belonging. Then you send them back to their source by making sure that there is adequate security. While they are taken care of in the camp, I will also make sure that that place that they have been displaced, except it's for natural disaster, which is not, that those insecurity that make them to come out is taken care of. I mean, that is progression. That is a step in the right direction. The other things That money is enough, more than enough. You can give them cash settlement. That money, they are 1.3 million, but the money is in billion. So which means one person can get up to 1 billion. Yes. If we are telling ourselves the truth, is when they learn the trade, when they learn, if we want to say we want to take care of them, one person can go home with 10 million to establish a,
After the training,
after
we
the
give them
training,
empowerment.
empowerment. The reason why they stay in IDP because it's their last option. If I have an option that if I leave IDP camp, that I will survive, I will leave IDP camp immediately. You remember in those days in Nigerian Civil War, there was a place they call refugee camp. People stay in refugee camp because it's an epicenter of foreign aids. Other foreign countries comes there with aids, food items, money, clothes, and deposited them. So if they are eating free food, free every other thing, they won't want to go back where their enemies can catch them. So there are so many refugee camps within the war region in the east, southeast here, not in the north, because the war was asymmetrical to the extent that it was coming down. We were on the defensive where they were on the attack. So all the refugee camps were in the eastern region here. Same thing happens to IDP. The IDP camp is that they decided to stay there, make the place a home for them because they don't have option. If they have option of empowering them, that place is not, there is no place like home, of course. So that is it.
All right, Doc, thank you so much for your much explanations. As a matter of fact, this is really, really huge. $300 million just for IDP camps in the northeast Nigeria. And Dr. Emeka once has done justice to this matter. Please can we ensure that this money is appropriately utilized so that the welfare of fellow Nigerians could be taken care of, as a matter of fact. Dr. Wanze, thank you for coming to this show.
You're welcome.
We look forward to having you more and more.
Thank you.
Dear viewer, this is much we'll do on the show today. We'll keep bringing you more updates as developments unfold. Until then, my name is Chris Anibogo. Bye for now. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
na mbụ ọja m na-asị ekekele ụwa na ọkwa ọja ekenekwa gị n'eluigwe na ala na-ekene gị na urukpuru na kpakpando na-ekene gị na ugwu na ndịna na-ekene gị maka ka onye si eme ka ekwe si akpụ ya ka onye si eme ka ọja si akpụ ya a bụ Aneke TV.
A non-governmental organization, Aneke Pascal Onyekake Foundation, has distributed free exercise books to pupils in Community Primary School 1 and 2 in Ozam, Amechi Dodo, Nkanu East Local Government Area of Enugu State, with an encouragement to the children to take their studies seriously. The serene atmosphere of the school was agog as the team arrived the arena with over 300 children benefiting from the free exercise books. Speaking during the event, the program officer of the foundation, Obinna Obu, said the idea of sharing the books was to empower the children educationally. According to him, the foundation has put in place all the necessary measures to support the development of education in the area. He said the foundation had visited and donated books to some other schools in Enugu South, Nkanu East, and Nkanu West local government areas.
We are here, which is part of our ongoing project, which cut across distribution of educational materials to pupils of rural schools located in rural communities. So we've covered other local governments. So this another local government, another school under Nkanu East, which we've covered today. And I think our come here was successful, though the rain tried to disrupt, but to God be the glory, the aim of coming here was achieved at the end of the day.
As they are shared.
Sure, it will be useful to them, and it's obvious on the way they collected it and their countenance and their expression of joy and the collection. We believe that by giving them these books, it will help them to do their homework, assignment, and classwork, and then take their learning serious. Thank you.
3 pupils, Sarah Obase, Chimeremeze Goodness, and Ernest Igwe, expressed joy that their school was remembered and thanked the foundation for the gesture, pledging to take their studies seriously.
I am happy, and we are happy as you give us the exercise book of Aneke. Thank you for giving us. We are happy.
I want to say you people thank you for coming and sharing the book for us.
I want to say to you people thank you for coming and sharing book for us.
Speaking, the 2 headmistresses of the Community Primary School 1 and 2, Ozam Amechi Dodo, Mrs. Regina Ngozi, and Magdalene Ume, thanked the foundation for their humanitarian efforts by providing free books to the children, saying that the books will motivate the pupils.
All I have to say is thank you, Lord. Una try. We really appreciate your coming. We are happy. It's a real good. We are happy for the foundation have shared up to let's say 500 size books to the children, and children also we are happy that they receive this gift from you people. We appreciate you and your foundation, and we pray that God will continue to guide you.
Even my purpose are excited. I appreciate you people for coming, at least to show us that this type of thing is in existence. Because if people are not here, we will not have known that you are in existence, that this such a thing is even in existence. So we appreciate it.
Mr. Levinus Ibuaba, an indigene of Amechi Dodo, thanked the foundation for sharing free books to the children and also encouraged them to do more. He also encouraged the pupils to take their studies seriously, that with the books shared to them, it will be very helpful to their studies.
I'm very excited. When I heard that your people are coming, I was overwhelmed, because I know that coming here will cushion the effects of the cost of education in the life of the parents of the pupils. An adage in our locality that says no yen lilijia oya okachako. No, just meaning that whomever eats his yam, that one is the highest farmer. So Aneke has remembered us. Aneke is the greatest. I'm happy with them, and I pray that God will strengthen them the more.
The school environment was filled with happiness as the book distribution continues. For Aneke TV, it's been Chiwendo Ifeonwankwo reporting.
Sex is sacred, not shameful. In its truest form, it is more than the body. It is soul speaking to soul, fire woven with trust, vulnerability clothed in consent. But when misused, it breaks more than bodies, it fractures spirits. That is why it must be approached with reverence, not recklessness. Let us teach to love before lust, connection before conquest. For when sex is honored, it becomes not just pleasure, but poetry.
Welcome to Aneke TV, the heartbeat of culture, truth, and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives, we'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform, and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
Morning Nigeria, good morning 042. Thanks for joining us today again. You're tuned into Sunrise on Aneke TV. Your favorite person brightening your morning always. I'm Deborah Wakoba, coming to you live from our studio here in vibrant Enugu.
And I'm Uche Osai. Wherever you are, at home, in your office, or in traffic, thank you for letting us into your space this beautiful Tuesday morning. We're always here to refresh, inform, and motivate.
It's Tuesday, August 19, 2025. We're here again with your regular full package of news, weather, trending stories, and that special sunrise vibe to help you begin the day.
So, relax, sip your tea or coffee, enjoy the ride, because sunrise is here.
And firstly, we would start off with our quote of the day, with words that are educative, encouraging, and worth drawing insight from, so we can remain focused, well-driven, and grow.
And right after that, we'll give you today's newspaper headlines. All the key updates you need will be served hot and tasty.
We've also got the weather report for today, covering cities across the southeast, which will help you get well prepared and good to go.
And later, we will take you through today's celebration to lift your spirit.
So our quote of the day today is coming from Maxim Legas. He says in his quote, inspiration lights the fire, discipline keeps it burning. What it means is that inspiration is what gives you the excitement to start something, but discipline is what helps you keep going until you finish it. So one lights the fire, the other keeps it burning. Now it's about consistency. It's about being consistent with what you do. And as usual, please always remember that each new sunrise is an opportunity for us to grow, try something new or different, learn, or simply be more present. Please let us know what this quote means to you. Drop your thoughts on Facebook, X, Instagram, or right here on YouTube, all at Aneke TV. We'll go on a short break and we'll return with the weather update. Please stay tuned.
You're still watching Aneke TV. Stay tuned as we take a look at today's weather across major cities in the southeast.
And in Oka, expect a few raindrops early in the morning. Both clouds will soon give way to sunshine. The day will warm up to around 28 degrees Celsius with lows near 20 degrees Celsius.
And over in Enugu, it will be a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. No heavy downpours expected. High temperatures will climb to about 30 degrees Celsius.
And in Abakaliki, the day mirrors Enugu with a blend of partly sunny skies and cloud cover, but mostly dry. You'll see highs near 30 degrees Celsius with lows close to 22 degrees Celsius.
And over to the thriving city of Owerri. Owerri would witness light morning showers in some spots. The rest of the day looks partly sunny and pleasant. Expect a high of around 30 degrees Celsius and lows near 21 degrees Celsius.
Finally, in Umuahia, the day starts with a couple of early showers, transitioning into a mix of sun and clouds. The high will settle around 29 degrees Celsius with a low near 21 degrees Celsius.
So, wherever you are in the southeast today, dress light and keep an umbrella close. Rain or shine, we've got you covered. That's your weather report today on Aneke TV. We'll be back with more updates.
Welcome to Aneke TV, the heartbeat of culture, truth, and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives, we'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform, and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
Life. According to a veteran lover of nature, Mr. Odo Chukwuebuka Gerald, he views life as a progressive stage. The joy of life often invokes the intrinsic beauty of our true existence. Life is not a straight road. It bends, it breaks, it blossoms again. We stumble, we soar, and sometimes just breathing is proof that it's not always loud. Some of the best parts of life comes in whispers, in morning lights, in long walks, in holding someone's hand through the silence. Life is not measured by years, but by moments. And in every moment, even the ordinary ones, is a sacred chance to begin again.
Welcome to Aneke TV, the heartbeat of culture, truth, and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives, we'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform, and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
You're still watching Sunrise on Aneke TV. Let's see what's making front page news today in The Nation, Punch, Vanguard, and Guardian newspaper. On today's show, we also have again our in-house analyst, Mrs. Chiwendu Ifeoluwankwo. Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you so much for
You're
tuning on
welcome.
board. Thank you, Mr. Osai.
Ready to fire, right? You're welcome.
Now on The Nation headlines, UK OK's Tinubu reforms, pledges stronger trade ties. Over to the Punch. FG Malls pay rise for political office holders. Now over to the Vanguard news headlines.